Okay, the UPS man just came and I've got 2 boxes here shipped from Amazon, and of course I'm an Amazon Prime member, so there was no shipping cost and no tax. So we're gonna take a look here and see what's inside. Okay, in the small box was an Extreme 3 ScanDisk a compact flash card. And then I've got another professional card coming in a delivery tomorrow. That'll be a faster card, but this one's here now. That was what was in that small box right there. No big deal. Now we're definitely getting to the good stuff. We've got, here's a 50 millimeter 1.4D lens. Okay. And here's a D700. This is the battery pack that will allow me to do a faster frame rate, frames per second. And then there's the D700. Before we get to that, let's open up these other boxes. Okay, and this little package here came out first. Kind of hard for me to do this with one hand. And this is the tray. This looks like the battery tray. This is the tray that you use for AA batteries. One way to get the maximum speed out of the camera. And here's the book that comes with the battery pack. And by the way, these lenses you might see in the background, these are 2 old autofocus lenses that I've had for a number of years that I'm going to see how well they work on the new camera. Okay, and here is the battery pack itself, and I can tell you it feels solid as a rock. Let me put it down on the table. You can hear how solid it is. And it's got an anti-slip grip on it, like the camera itself, I guess. Let me pull this off. I guess this is, yeah, that's protecting the connectors. Very, very nicely made. You wouldn't want something made any better than this. Okay. And this is how the lens comes all packaged in here. And it has a nice solid feel, nice weight to it. Get it out of this package. And I'm sure the lens is plastic, but it doesn't have a real plasticky feel. It feels very solid. I'm impressed with the feel of this lens. Nice looking lens. There's the goodies as they've piled up so far. Okay, now we're on to the big daddy here, and this box, I can tell you, has a nice heft to it, a nice weight to it. Something solid's inside. Okay, and here is the camera body, and it also has a very, very solid feel. Very impressive. Not overly heavy, but just very solid. My initial impression pulling it out of the box, I've never handled one of these, by the way. I bought this sight unhandled, unseen, just from all the reviews and so forth. I knew it was the camera that at least I think I want. And I'm not displeased. It feels very, very, very solid. And in this compartment, it looks like our books and various accessories, and we'll pull them out and take a look here in a moment. Okay, and these are the items that were in that other compartment. This is, of course, the battery charger. This is the battery itself. I have another one of those on the way, and this is the strap. I'm not going to use this. I have an older strap from one of my other Nikons. It's much nicer than this. This is not impressive, Nikon. Everything else here so far is impressive. This strap, forget that. Here's the power cord, it looks like, for the charger. USB. Be interesting to see if I'll be able to hook this thing up and bring photos, JPEGs. I'm probably not going to shoot in RAW. I'm not really an expert photographer, but JPEGs and bring them right into my iPhoto, I'll be happy. And that's looks like a video cable. Hook up to the TV, I'll never use that. Then here's the software and some warranty papers. Then I've got a book in English and in Spanish. So here's my chance to finally learn Spanish. So that's my unboxing of a Nikon D700. Nikon D700. Man, that's a monster. That feels nice and solid. I can see where if you put a heavy lens on this thing, it could get heavy. That's why I like this little 50 millimeter. I'll probably use that most of the time, and it's not going to add much weight. And when I need to, I've got this zoom and the the 35 to 70 zoom, but this bigger 70 to 200 zoom is probably the lens I'll use most of the time if I need to really zoom in on something. So that's the rig so far, and I got some more goodies coming tomorrow, and I might add them to this video, but they're just accessories and so forth, so no big deal. This is the main stuff. So thanks for tuning in. You can always follow me at CraigShipp.com, CraigShipp.com, and there's links to my Twitter, my Facebook, my friend feed, my blog, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. I'm charging up the battery, and I'm going to read the books a little bit and play times in just a little while. And you can see the compact flash card goes in right like this. Okay, and then just goes down and just slides. It has a nice feel to it. Some people have commented that that's not the best solution, but it feels pretty good to me. I'm sure it'll hold up fine. And they've got a very nice quick start guide. I'm now waiting on the battery charging to move forward. I'm going to go ahead and fully charge this battery. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and install the batteries in the battery tray for the battery grip. And in the spirit of recycling, we're using an old Nikon strap that I had around. This is much nicer than the one that came with it, much wider. This isn't even coming out of the package. And furthermore, in the spirit of recycling, we're using a couple of old Nikon lenses that we found. This one's a 35 to 70 autofocus, very old lens. And here's another one. These are all metal, very heavy. Be interesting to see how well these work on this brand new camera. That's one of the advantages to Nikon is theoretically you can use any lenses, going back probably to the 50s. You can still use it on this full frame D700. We'll see what the quality's like. Okay, I just did my first test round of photos, and as you can see, I've got the camera hooked up right now, and I just downloaded the photos to my Mac. I didn't install the Nikon software because I'm running Snow Leopard, and I think there might be some kind of compatibility issues. So I just wanted to see if I just hook this thing up like I normally do my Canon that I'm holding in my hand right now, my little point and shoot, if I could just bring the photos right into iPhoto, and of course here they are. My little test photos that I just shot, and it's absolutely amazing. I left this thing on pretty much on the default settings. I just tried it with my various lenses, and in possible lighting, low lighting situations, almost all of the pictures came out fine. Just a couple of them with this telephoto. This is the 70 to 200 I've got on here right now. A couple of them were a little bit blurry where, obviously I'm trying to hand hold this thing in low light. I mean, it's ridiculous what I was asking the camera to do. But most of the pictures came out fine. And I'm just, so far, I'm just blown away by what this D700 can do. That's going to be it for now. And I'm going to play around with this thing, try to get to know it a little bit. But I just wanted to give an in-depth review here of where we are so far. And I hope you enjoyed. Again, follow me at go to CraigShipp.com, CraigShipp.com, and you can find links to Twitter and friend feed and Facebook and all that good stuff. Thanks again for tuning in.